Hello there, we are live. Welcome to Build with the Boys live stream. Waiting for a few more people to start up, and then we're going to build it. For full clarity, I'm so ill, but I'm not. I had my flu jab yesterday, and every time I have one, the next day I just feel like death for the entire day. So I feel rough, but I'm going to be all right. It's fine. But yeah, I'm a little bit sweaty. So I just want to be honest with you. I start streaming. It's like, you know why, but I'm fine. Honestly, it's going to be okay. Who's checking in? Hey, Ken, how are you? And Sheldon as well. Hey, Sheldon, thanks for stopping by. It's going to be interesting one, this one, because I've never built anything from this company before. So I don't know. I'm hoping that the bricks are good. I'm hoping the instructions are cohesive. But we'll find out, won't we? Instructions we can work with. So even if the instructions are bad, I don't think they are, but even if the instructions are bad, as long as the clutch of the bricks is good, we're all right. There's nothing worse than doing a kind of loose clutch brick because they just fall apart as trying to do it. That's not good. But we'll be all right. We'll wait for a few more to turn up and then we'll do it. It's Rob and Bombs. How you doing, boys? It's been mad. I'm sorry there's not been a lot of content, but our internet got absolutely wiped out in the storm. Everybody, like the whole road was like it. Anybody that was using a certain brand of broadband just got wiped out, and yeah, it wasn't good. So we had it, but it was bad. I mean, it was taking me, the one video uploaded, I think I uploaded a 15-minute video and it took 14 hours to upload it. That's how slow the broadband was. So there was no practicality to it, because at the same time, hey Stuart, how are you? At the same time, the kids got to do homework and things like that. So it's like I just had to keep cancelling the upload so they could use the tiny amount of bandwidth that we had. But we're all sorted now. So we're back to business. Now, I have been building, even though I've not been broadcasting, I have been building. So I've got an absolute ton of stuff that I can just start uploading. We've got some really nice things coming up as well. So I've got 8 Titanics coming up. They're all done. And that's getting emotional. I don't want to tell you, the fact that Titanic's coming to an end is getting a little bit emotional. It's weird that something we've been doing for nearly 3 years, I mean, it'll be 2 months shy of 3 years when we finish, it's just done. Now, there is a rumor going around that it's been extended by, I believe it's 40 or 50 issues. I've seen nothing of that. So all I can say at this point is that it's exactly that. It's a rumor. Until I see something, I can't confirm or deny it. You know, it's like, I don't know. It looks like it sounds nice. I've heard people saying that it's an engine. It's a large engine that you can build and it goes with it. Hey Lee, how are you? That it's a large engine that can go with it as a display piece, which means it's not necessary to the ship. It's not necessary to your model, so it is purely optional. If that is the case, just because one territory does it doesn't mean someone else will. So America might have it, Europe might not. I don't know. Like I said, until I've seen something from Hachette themselves that say, yes, we're doing this, it's just a rumor. So take it with a pinch of salt. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Yeah, take it with a pinch of salt and we'll see when it gets here, won't we? But we got the last 4 coming very soon. I think it's like 2 weeks' time. Which again is emotional, man. But we'll find out. If they don't say anything in that one, then it's just not the case. But we've done those. So we've also done a load of Gauntlet as well. That turned up. That's a bloody mess because they're not sending us all the parts, and it's a mess. Stuart, you weren't fast enough, I'm afraid. You did email me. You weren't fast enough. You weren't the first one to spot him, but you were one of only 2 people to spot Beetlejuice. But unfortunately, someone beat you by about 3 days. Sadly. But there will be another one, so there will be a new one to hunt through the month of October. And if you see him, you can win a key ring. I'm not going to tell you what I was going to show you now, but I thought if I do, someone's going to go, well, I just saw the live stream, so we won't. On the next catch up on Wednesday, I will show you what the next scavenger hunt item is. It's a spooky one for Halloween. If you see it, you can win yourself Building the Boys key ring, which I've got to get some more of because I'm nearly out. But we will we'll get some more in. What else we got coming up? So we've got more of the Mad Max car coming. We also built more of the Tumbler. I built a lot of the Tumbler, so we'll be doing those as well. I've got a ton of brick models to show you, some really, really nice ones. Hey Richard, how are you? I've got a ton of brick models coming up, some really nice ones. I've got one called the Moon Surfing Dragon, which is exactly what it sounds like. You wait to see it, it's beautiful. I've got some bookends, some brick built bookends, which are really nice. I've got Wild West train station. I've got 2 medieval sets. I've got so much stuff because we've not been able to upload, so it's all filmed and waiting to go. Old Man and Bricks, hey, how are you? You love the fun hole things. Thank you very much. Thank you, it's much appreciated. We've got some very nice fun hole ones coming up as well. So I've got the Old West train station will be up, should be up tomorrow night or Tuesday night, and then I've got 2 brand new ones. They've got 2 brand new medieval sets coming out. We've got both of those. So we have the it's like a blacksmith shop. Is really nice. We've also got one called the Training Ground, which is kind of more of a castle themed thing. It's really nice one. We've got that coming, and then excitingly, I've got a lot of the brand new marble runs from Roka. Now they asked me if I do one, and I said yes. I didn't realize they were sending 4, so they sent 4 of them. So can you build all 4 and show it, because they all bolt together? So I'm plowing through those at the moment, but a lot of fun stuff coming. We're going to give another 5 minutes, so we're going to start the actual build at 1:45. So that gives everyone a sort of chance to jump in and you know, get settled in and have a look what we're doing. What we're building is the Breaking Bad RV. Now, this is not a licensed set. That's what I've got to stress. I can't stress this enough. This came from AliExpress, so it's not a licensed set. So that doesn't mean the quality is not there, but it does mean that there's no way they have the license for this. The other thing. There's something we're going to have to talk about quite a lot in this one, but I can't say what it is, because if we do, we get citation and we get pulled. So if you know what Breaking Bad's about, what they sell, we'll just be referring to it as crystals. Okay, that's what is made and sold from the Breaking Bad RV, crystals. Okay, so that's how we're going to be referring to it from. Hey, Mark, how are you? Sean as well. Hey, Sean, how are you? How you feeling, sir? Sean was a little bit fragile yesterday. But yeah, so the Breaking Bad RV makes and sells crystals. We all know what that is, but this way, no one gets in trouble. So yeah, the Crystal Blue Persuasion is what's being sold from the RV. Now, I've seen another one of these as well that I really liked. Hey, Mark, that was the RV from Spaceballs. So if you've ever seen the movie Spaceballs, my kid hadn't seen it. We watched it a couple of weeks ago. It's still funny. We looked at that one. I might do that one in the future. It looked really cool. But yeah, well. You got to go in 10 minutes. If you get Ken, you got to go in 10 minutes. You got to go in 10 minutes. Thank you for stopping by, man. We appreciate having you here. You did the mountain cabin. Yeah, the mountain cabin's really nice. You go into the antique shop is spectacular. It's really nice. Everything about it. I mean, it's a really clever build. My only critique of it is there's a really nice chandelier on the top floor, and there's no real access to it, so you can't really see it lit. So when you lift it off, it goes out. So you can't. That's my only criticism of it. I wish there'd been an opening at the back so you could really see that chandelier light up. But other than that, it's stunning, and they've got some amazing sets coming up. Fun whole really nice ones. So they've got a whole new theme coming very soon. I don't know if it's this year. I think it is, but they've got a cyberpunk theme coming. So it's like a Neo Tokyo. So if you're familiar with the game Cyberpunk, or if you've ever seen, say, Blade Runner, it's got that look going to it. It's really colorful. There's a lot of kind of neon aesthetic and whatnot, and it looks really good. But those early sets are really nice, and there are more Old West sets coming. So if you've been enjoying the Old West, there is a covered wagon coming, and there is also a general store. Really nice. Honestly, just really nice stuff coming. I love that Old West theme. I think it's fantastic. It's something that the other big brand, the one that begins with an L, aren't doing. So it's great that we do have access to stuff like that. Oh, hey, Sarah, how are you? You thought you were coming in to watch Netflix, but instead you're watching a middle-aged man build some Lego. You can thank Lee for that. Sorry about that. I can't really compete with Netflix. I can try, but I can't really compete with Netflix. I'm just a guy in a room. Coming to Netflix next month. Middle-aged guy building things. Binge watch it. I'm sorry. Right, what we're going to do is we are going to get. I've got the box open, so I've got bags 1 out on the desk. Now I can already see annoyingly with this one, it's built in 3 stages. So we got stage 1, 2, and 3. But they've given us 1, 2, 3, 4 bags for stage 1, which means the bulk of the time spent on this one is going to be looking through for the bits that we need, and that's like it is what it is. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try and find the piece that's got the brick separator in it. So we've got this one here. This has got a brick separator in. Trust me, if you've never used a brick separator before, they're a godsend. Get yourself your brick separator out. Now, you do this however you want to do it, right? So you do you. If you want to sort all these into little piles and do it that way, well, you do you. Me, I just throw the whole lot in a pile. I'll sift through it and I'll find it. That's just how I work. So that's how this is going to work. It is a bloody nuisance. This is my pet hate with a few of these brands, that they could have done this as, so like these 4 bags could have been bag 1, 2, 3, and 4, but instead there's no cohesion. So it's just all 4 of these bags are going to make stage 1. But it is what it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack these bags open, put them on the desk. We're going to start going through the instructions and building this. When stage 1 is complete, or halfway through stage 1, we'll have a bit of a break, because again, I don't want to leap ahead of anybody, or I don't want anybody I'm trying to catch up, or whatever it is. We'll have a bit of a break. We'll have a bit of a chat. We'll have a drink. We'll have a bit of relax, some questions and answers, and that's what we'll do. So you're going to go blank screen for a little bit as I flip the cameras around and get all set up for this one. But you should still be able to hear me. So don't worry, I'll be back in just a second. There we go. Let's sort this tripod out and let's get you all set up and looking lovely. Yeah, we've got camera reverse on. Let's sort that as well. Bloody thing. Right. There we go. Now everything is all backwards. Right. So let's get this set up. We're going to open these bags and dump them out. So you should have 4 bag 1s. So let's get into it. Whenever you do this, check these bags, because there is nothing worse than having a tiny sort of single brick left in one of these bags and then pulling your hair out trying to find it. So even though you think the bag's empty, have a second check of it to make sure that it is. Yep. That's 2 of them. Got smaller elements in it. And a brick separator. And a lot of blue crystals. See, this is what I'm talking about. You see this bag here. There we go. That one's empty. And then one more. Now we have a bag in there as well that isn't marked. And that is this one. It tends to have the more longer stuff in it. So yeah, that's where we are. Hey John, how are you? You just finished the Lego Jaws diorama. Oh, nice. I was sent one very kindly by Alan and Corbin for my birthday. I've got a Jaws brick set I need to build. Just finding the time at the moment. It's not the easiest thing. We've got 1,001 things going on. Right, so let's have a look at our instructions. So we are using base plates to begin with. So let's get into this. Right, so the first thing that we're going to need is I can already see not in this bag. Great start. They're in this bag. Bloody hell. That's not a good start. So we're going to need these two. So in your unmarked bag, you'll have these two pieces. We're going to need these to begin with. So we're going to use those two like so. Then we need this one here. No, there's longer than that. I bet that's in the unmarked bloody bag as well. No, apparently not. Okay. We need a very long flat. Is that you? That's not you either. This should stick out like a sore thumb, so I don't know why I can't see it. We have this piece here. We need one of those as well. It's not in this bag. It's got in the road bag. Let's have a look. It is. Yeah. So again, in your unmarked bag, annoyingly. You have this piece. So the first three pieces aren't any of your bag ones. Oh, that's not a good omen, people. That really isn't. So I'm going to use this piece here, and it's going to slot on like so. Yep. So let's do it bit by bit. So let's get one there like that. Clutch these bricks is all right. I can feel that already. It's okay. It's not fantastic by any means, but it's all right. So that's how you are looking at stage 1 of 1. Okay, now we need more of these pieces. So ignore this for now. What we're going to need is one of these and one of these. So these are going to sit like so. Let me move some space out here. So that is how you should now be looking, like that. We're going to use 2 of the large brown base panels. And again, that's going to line up with this bottom one here. Just going to pop that there. Oh no, wrong way around. That way around. So that's how we're going to go there. And this is how we're going to go here. So let's go clip on there. Yeah, I'm not blown away by the base panels. They feel a little bit bendy. But no, it's what it is. It's what it is. You kind of get what you pay for. And this really wasn't expensive. But I can see this has got a very unwanted curvature. Hey, Kenneth, how are you? How was the Joker, Kenneth? I've heard terrible things. I've heard mixed reviews, but mainly that it's not very good. that's what I've heard. And I knew about the musical thing, but I've heard that even though it is a musical, it's not a good musical. So the next thing we do is put these 2 panels here and here. I was going to go and see it today, but again, I was feeling so rough that just, no, that wasn't happening. And same again, we're going to use 2 more of the brown panels. It's going to touch to here. Yeah, this is definitely curvy. I don't know what yours are like, but mine have definitely got a bloody curve to them. That's not good. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And then that one on there. So we've got this very long panel here. Again, mine's got a curve to it. That's not good. Yeah, that's got look at that. That's got a significant curve to it. Oh dear. Oh well, it's what it is. It's what it is. We will make it work. But I'm sure when the bricks get on here, it'll start to calm down a little. And then we have one last piece, which is this one here. And this is going to slot onto there, like so. Look at that. That's not good. That's not a good omen. It's what it is. It's what it is. I'm hoping when we get some of the other bricks on, this is going to straighten out. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this one over now. So it might, as I said, when more bricks go on this, it might straighten out that curve. I hope it does. Okay, so we need one of the L shape flat pieces in this beige. Let's find that. There we are. So you need one of these. And then we're going to need a single socket brick. I'll show you exactly what that is. As soon as we can find, there it is. One of those. That is the socket brick there. We are going to need a L-shape 3 brick. I'll show you that as well. Yeah, that curve's got me bloody nervous. I'm hoping, as I said, I have had it before on some of the kind of Temu sets, and I'm not that worried about it, if I'm honest with you, because it should straighten out as more bricks go on and push it down. The only thing I'm concerned about is bricks missing, and hopefully we'll have any of them. Okay, there's the there. We need a 4 as well, so let's say a 4 long, 1 wide there, and then we need an 8. So that'll be one of those. We need 2 of the 4. Sorry, 2 of those, and then we will also need I think that's a 10 flat, which is that one there. So we've got all our pieces for this next stage. So we'll start with our L shape. Now, going over here, the flat L is going to go on there. And then the built up L is going to go on there. And the next thing I'm going to do is going to use our 4 here. And rather bizarrely, that is weird. That's going to go like that. Normally it crosses over. Don't waste your money on Joker. Go see the new Beetlejuice movie instead. The musical part run. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of people that really enjoyed the Joker were disappointed by the sequel. We actually need 4 of these stud pieces. I'm sorry, I said 1. We need 4. So these are going to go. 2 are going to go here. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've not heard glowing reviews of the Joker. I've heard that the ending is very disappointing as well. But I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone. But somebody suggested to me what happens in the end, and I'm like, oh, God, it's weird, isn't it? I mean, it for me, the Joker felt like a movie that didn't need a sequel. I think if anything didn't need a sequel, that one didn't. I think it said everything it needed to say, and a sequel's only ever going to hurt it, really. So it is right. Then this one here, it's going to go in there like so. See, that should start to fold out some of this curve. You might not have it. Mine are bent. Yours might not be. And then finally, our 10 flat is going to go on the front there, like so. So that's that stage complete. Now the next one, we're going to need 3 of the 2 wides. The 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to need I think that's a 10. So that's that one there. And this is going to go along the back. So the opposite end of where it's going to go there. I said the back, it could be the front for I know. And then these 3 are going to go along here. So we're going to go there. And then 1 there. And then finally 1 in the middle. So that's how you should now be looking on. I'll put this down for you. It's the aerial. That's how you should now be looking. Okay, so let's get all the pieces we need for this. So we need a flat 1. So that's that one there. We need a clean 1 stud. That's that one there. We need a flat 8. That's that. We need a 2 wide flat 8. That's that one there. And we need 2 of the archways. So these will likely be our wheel arches. That's those. Those are our wheel arches. And we need 2 4 wides. So 2 of those. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our wheel arches in. So the wheel arch is going to slip in there like so. and then another one opposite, just in there. So that's how that one's going to go. Now our 2 4 wides are going to go there and there. Our 8 wide here is going to spread across those 2 bricks that we just did. So that's going to go in there like so. And then this piece here is going to sit inside this groove of the L. So we're going to go in there, I'm going to push that one down, and then finally, our 1 stud and our 1 piece here, this is going to go into there, like so, and then this into here, like so as well. Oh, there's another brick build I completely forgot to tell you about. There's a really nice one I've got coming up from World of Tanks. Have you ever played World of Tanks? Well, they have got licensed sets coming out through Rio Bricks, and they very kindly sent me a Sherman tank to build, and it is absolutely gorgeous, really nice. Okay, so that's how we're now looking. That's our top-down view. Let's move on to our next stage. Now we're going to build something independently, then we're going to add it to this. Let's get the pieces we need for that. So we need a flap 2. I'll be around here somewhere. There we are. So a flap 2. If I wanted to move here, I would have walked out because of the music. I watched it free at home on my Android TV stick. There you go. Would you do a JM Bricklayer Lego set on the channel? I've done them. I've done a bunch of JM Bricklayer sets, and I've got, funnily enough, 2 coming up. So tomorrow I will have the Moon Surfing Dragon from JM Bricklayer on here, and I will also have the steampunk train bookends. They're gorgeous, really nice. But both of those will be on the channel tomorrow. They've already been filmed. And then I've got, I can't tell you what it is because contractually I've got to keep my mouth shut, but they've got another one coming up as well that we're going to be building for them. So I've got this one here. I tell you what I did want to build, but I have nowhere to put it. JM Bricklayer did that massive brick build marble run, but I literally have nowhere for that to go. I would like to have done it purely for the kind of experience and then taking it down after, but I literally have nowhere for it to go. So we need 3 of these. Those are there. And then we have an 8. So that's this one here. Okay, we'll do this first. Before we move on to the other bits, we'll do this one first. So what we're going to do is we're doing a build outside of the build, if that makes sense. So putting these 2 together like that, we are then going to hold these all together with these pieces. So using the 2, that's going to go on the end here. I've done a lot of JM Bricklayers, Kenneth. I've done the money tree. That was nice. I did the panda. The panda was amazing. I did the space panda. It was so cool. I've done the nutcracker, which was weird. It was a Christmas one, but I built it in like summer. So that was quite odd. But it's really nice. I did the Formula 1 car as well. So I actually had a Formula 1 car. I gave away a Formula 1 car on the channel from JM Bricklayer. But I like them. I really like their stuff because it's so unique. They do so many different that you never know what they're going to do. They've done some really wild kind of out there sets, and I love it. So that's how we should be looking on this piece here. And this, we're going to flip this round, and this is going to sit on there like so. So that's how that now is. Now the next part we're doing with this one, we need a single stud, a side stud, there we go, one of these, one of these, and finally an archway. So we have our archway as well. So what we're going to do is using our single stud, that's going to go in there, upside down. I've misread it again. We need 4 of those. 2, 3, 4. And these are going to go right up by the other ones that we put in. So we can have one there. on there. Now I know Sheldon and Mark are building along. I'm not going too fast for you boys, am I? I'm hoping that I want to keep the same pace as everyone else. So if I start moving ahead, give me a shout and I'll slow down. Yeah, Sheldon won a Formula One car. I had 2 Formula One cars go away. Sheldon won one, and I believe Ken won the other one. But it was really nice. And then I did the Viking house for them, and I had one of those to give away as well, which was lovely. It was really nice. So our archways are going in there and there, and then this one's going to sit in there. This is nicely taking shape. I will say that this is starting to look the part. Where does that go? So there's definitely that one definitely goes there. Where the bloody hell does this go? It tells us we need one of these, but I cannot for the life of me see it on the instructions anywhere as to where it goes. We've used it. We needed one. Christ's sake. Okay, cool. Good. I just wanted to make sure you're on track, Sheldon. I didn't want to leap past anyone or anything like that and be like, whoa, hold on. Because I've got a nasty habit of doing that. Right, so we need 8 of these curved pieces here. So that's these 8 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we need this one here. And then 2 of the grill pieces. So that's that one there and that one there. Okay, now these quite simply are going to sit along here. So we're going to build this one again independently from the actual main build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's how that's going to look. Then we're going to flip this one over, and it's going to sit on there like so, and join onto the back. So don't be shy with this when you put this on. Push this right down. So that's how you're going to be looking. So that's how you want to look. So you can see we're kind of getting the base of the RV, and like I said, mine's straightened up a treat now we've done that. I say that looks pug ugly. Let's push that down. Let's get that right down. Again, more get that into place. That's bad. That's bad. But it'll be all right. We'll get there. We'll get there. Right. So that's how we are now looking up to this stage. We're making quite nice progress on this one. So we are now moving on to stage 9. That's where we are. So we're on stage 9. Quite simply, there's not loads of bits needed for this. We need 2 of these single one flat studs. Those 2 there. Oh, hold on. I missed these. These go on here. And here. Okay. So we're going to flip this one around before we move on to the next stage. So the 2 single ones here, and then we need 2 of these curved pieces here. So it's 1, and that's 2. Okay, so these will sit along here like so. Now, because you put a lot of single ones in, you might have to straighten these up to get this one to hold down, but all right. There we go. So that's all those in. And now these 2 pieces here, I'm going to clip onto the side. So that one goes on there, and this one goes on there. There you go. Nice and easy. Right, stage 10. We're adding some colour to this now. So, well, we're breaking up some of this colour. So we're going to pop that one there. And we need 4 of these. So it's 1, 2. Have they put them in the other? They're in the other bloody bag, aren't they? They're in the bag with no names. If you're looking for these, that's where they are. Right. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2. And then 1. Now we need a flat grey. We need 2 flat grey L's. So that's that one there. And that one there. We need a flat 2 single stud. That's not it. They're over there. It's a flat 2 single stud there. A 1, which is that one there. And a single grey stud. 4 single grey studs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so okay. Right, let's see exactly how this is going to go. So a shorter one here. So you can see they are 2 different lengths. So your shorter one is going to go, let's get this around the right way. This way round. Your shorter one's going to go here. No, it's not. Yeah. That ain't right. Unless it's, no, is that what we're using the single stud for? Yes, it is. Aha. Right, so your shorter one is going to go on here. And then your single stud is going to go there. I really wish that would hold down. Just that one. I'm going to go one going here. One there. One there. There should be a 3. Where's the 3? There's a 3. 3's going to go along there. The shorter one's going to go along there. This one's going to go along here. And then there should be one more. That's the brown. And the brown is going to go along there. I see. Okay. Seems a bit weird. They've changed the colour scheme, but okay. Is that right? That don't look right. I can't believe that's how they go. Why would they choose brown? Put all that red on there. That don't seem right. Because brown goes on the back. That's why. Right. That one off. Brown goes on the back. Red goes on the side. It's really hard to tell the difference between these 2 colours in the instruction manual. Hey, Penny, how are you? Yeah, internet finally working. It's been, you don't realise how much you rely on it, do you? And then it's gone, and the kids go into bloody meltdown and terrified at the thought, oh God, we're going to have to talk to each other. I'm like, yeah, afraid so. It's going to be hard times, kids. It's going to be hard times. And that one on there. And this one there. And then we have these 4 studs. And they're going to go. Right, where are we going? Here. So 1, 2, and then 3, and 4. I'm terrible, awful at work. I have coffee in hand, so things are looking at them. Hey, you're halfway there then. That's winning, Penny. You're at home on a Sunday night with the coffee. You're winning. Right. Now we're going very orange. So that explains all these orange pieces. This is what I kind of like about the Breaking Bad RV. It's such a kind of 70s, 80s looking vehicle. Right, so we need an 8, 8 6s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. A brown 2, that's the one there. Flat 2 orange, that's that one. A flat silver 2, that's that one there. An orange stud piece, flat stud, that's that one. We need a very long, that should be quite. It's in the bag, isn't it? It's going to be in the weird bag. It is. It's in the weird unmarked bag. There you go. What was the point of the weird unmarked bag? I can't figure that out, but whatever. Just call it bag 1. Call it bag 1. Then we have that one there. We need another one of those as well. So that should be all the bricks we need for this, right? So let's lay these out first, because these are quite. I say they're quite obvious. Yeah, we'll start with 6s. So I know it's all 6s along here. So it's 1, 2, 3. Is this a 6? No, it's not. Okay, so that's where your 8 goes along there. And then we have that single 1 stud. It's going to go along there like so. And then need another one of those studs, which is going to go there. And we need a 2. That's going to go there. Now we're going all the way up with 6s. So there's one there, one there, one there, one there, and finally one there. There we go. That's how that one's looking. And then we have that 2. That slots in next to here. So we're building the bases for things here, the sinks and the work surfaces and things like that. That's what that's going to be, because this does have a very nice interior as well from what I've seen. And it's using a very long piece. It's going to clip straight into, not right to the back. Leave a gap of 1 space at the back. That thing going to come across there like so. Wait a minute. Now this is going to come in 1 in as well. That's really not shown well on the instructions. Let's move 1 in as well. So that's where you want to be. The instructions really don't make that clear. So that's where that's going. And then another one of these. And then the 2 is going to go there like so. And then finally, this black strip here is going to sit at the front there. So that's how you know it should be looking. Okay. Good stuff. Right. What are we looking at here? Loads of weird stuff. Right. So we need a 4. So now we need a 6, which is this one. We need some of these discs as well. So there we go. So this flat disc, we need one of these kind of cup looking parts here. We need 2 of those. 2 of those. We need a single one, which is that one there. We need 2 studs. So it's those 2 studs there. And we need an 8. Is that one? One of the slanted ones, roof pieces, I was referred to. There's been 10 of these. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Careful, Matthew. That's a very sore subject at the moment. E.T. Anything fan home it's a very sore subject. Right, so we have 2 of the rain discs there. And we have this one. Have you received your ET, Penny? I can't wait for the. And look, I try not to talk trash about fan home because I get in trouble for it. But it's really hard to speak positively about them. I try, but yeah, it's what it is. I will always say this: their models are really nice. It's just a shame they don't have the customer service to match it. There we go. So that's where our 3 yellows are going. I'm going to go for a single brick over here. Just there. And then we want the single roof piece. I always call roof pieces slant piece. This one here is going to go there. So it's going into the motorhome. So now all of the slanted pieces here face inwards, and they're just going to fit all along here. So we're just going to keep going with these, and then we're going to take the corner as well when we get there. I've had such a busy weekend. How's your weekends been? Whilst we're talking about this, have you had good weekends? I hope so. It's getting to that weird time of year at the moment where it's not really warm enough to do anything outdoors, but at the same time, it's not cold enough to confine yourself to the indoors just yet. So it's a bit of a weird one. It's my favorite time of the year. I do love all about it. It's my absolute favorite time of the year. So still there. And then we're going to come along here with. Is that a lot? So what we're working with here will be. Yeah. Nope, that one doesn't go in that corner. That's what does go in that corner. The single piece. All right, so one of these, I see. Right, so it's one of these on there, and then a 2 goes on there, and then the remaining 2 go there and there. So those build along. This is a single and a 2 goes on there to create that kind of look. So that's what's happening there, right? So that's all those done. So now we need to put this together. So we're just going to plug these 2 pieces together here. It's you know how I feel about fan home. Anyone who's watched my channel knows exactly how I feel about fan home. I can't even. I can't even with them. You know. I got it wrong again. That's all the bloody I'm doing here. I've got that wrong. That one on there. Then that one on there. Aha. Right. Then that one there. Then the 2. Christ. That's how you're supposed to be looking. Sorry, gents. My bad. Then that one on there. Yeah, fan home. I mean, it it's what it is. I'm hoping that this has just been a year where they were overwhelmed. They weren't really prepared for it to pick up all that Eagle Moth stuff. And I think it bit them in the ass a little bit. I'm hoping that they get the infrastructure they need to get themselves back on track. Because, you know, I mean, it's always nice having options, isn't it, for all of us? But I don't know. I've spoken to T, Penny. I've had conversations with T. And she didn't hang up on me, though. She didn't hang up on me. but I have had conversations with T. We're now moving on to stage 13. So stage 13, we need the following. So this is a nice, easy part. We need the little chest there. We need a bunch of the clear pieces. So this green one here, we need the darker green one. We need that piece there. We need 3 of the flat white studs. It's that one, and that one. We're making our chemicals and lotions and potions here. This is what we're doing. So we need this off-grey green piece here, and then there should be a blue cube somewhere. There it is. So we're going to put these together. So all we're going to do is on the blue one there, we're going to pop that one on. And this is going to sit into the box like so. So we're going to put that one in there. And then we are going to do the same thing with the other cube. This cube here. There's one of those on there. Put that one in the wrong place. So that's going to go there. And then that one goes there. Doesn't really make a difference, to be honest with you, but yeah, we'll do as I say to do it. And then we go one there in the corner. And finally, this green one's going to have a green top. That's going to sit in there. Like so. There you go, that one's done. Now we can just put this one straight into the RV. So we're going to spin the RV around for some reason, because this is what it tends to do. And it's going to go right in the middle there. So, right? Yeah. So that one sits in there. So we've got our lotions and potions now inside the RV. Take in 2 more of the like chalice pieces, banister pieces, whatever you want to call them. We're going to add a stud to each one. So a stud on this one. That's going to sit on there. And a stud to this one, and that's going to sit on there as well. So yeah, so that's how that's looking. Is it a nice quality? Right, so yes, I would say it is, but I had bent base pieces. So my base pieces were bent, so I've had to kind of fight them to get them to hold together. But for the sake of, I think, about 15 quid that this set was, I can forgive that, because you kind of get what you pay for, you know? But I would imagine once all the bricks go on there, that's not going to be a problem anyway. There's never an explanation why they're late, Matt, ever. It's their explanation will always be like, because it is. Okay, well, thanks for that. That was really helpful. Let's say circumstances out of our control. And I go, yeah, what's that? You didn't pay the bill? Because that's what I think's going on, if I'm honest with you. I think they are maxing credit limits. The supplier is this is just a guess, but this is what I would imagine, that they're maxing credit limits, and then the supplier's saying, we ain't releasing your stock. That's what I think's going on. Could be wrong, but that's what I think's going on. Feels like it. So that's that stage done. Now we're moving on to stage 14. And it's the same again. We're using a lot of the blue crystals, because that's what they are, the crystals. So we're going to stack up 6 to begin with. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you go 6. Got to one side. Now we're doing 3. So 2 already together. That helps. Now the third one. So that's a 3. Next we're doing a 4. So we'll put 4 together. 3 and 4. And then finally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 7. Okay. I have a think of doing something on the channel, and not just on the channel. I might just do it anyway. Kind of it came from Temu. it came from AliExpress. I keep seeing kits that fascinate me. I think, oh, but then I'm always like, oh, is that quality any good though? And you go looking around for someone that's built one, you can't really find anyone that has. I'm tempted to be that guinea pig. I might just go looking for as many of these kind of weird sets as I can, and just put them all together and find out what the quality is like myself. You know, would you watch it? If I do it, would you watch it? I'm just going to do it anyway, but it's whether or not I film it. But yeah, would you watch it? Would you be interested in that? If you would, want us to do it? Because the amount of times I do, I see them. I see things like I'll see a book nook and think, I wonder if that's any good, or if it's absolute garbage. But someone's got to be the Yuri Gagarin of these things, man. Someone's got to be the one that goes first. We need to make 2 more. I've just seen that. We need to make 2 more of the 4. Yeah. So 4 more of those got to go together. 1, 2. Yeah, would you be interested? Scott buys weird sets from Temu and builds them, sees if they're any good. Because it could be. We could be sleeping on fantastic sets. You know, and then find out, oh, God, they're actually really good. But we've just already presumed they're going to be bad. Another 3 due collections for announcements soon. They do have 3 more for announcements soon. They do. Yeah, they do. It's I was told in faith what something was, so I'm not gonna say anything. But yeah, I think I'm very apprehensive about how much is flooding the market at the moment and what that's going to do, because I mean the average person doesn't build 3, 4, 5, 6 of these at a time. The average person builds 1 of these at a time, you know. So it's a concern. It just is. But enough of Eagle Moss. Sorry, Fan Homes. Really difficult not to confuse the two. Right, that goes like that. So that's our safe built. I'll flip this one round, and this safe is going to go just here, like that, and then our box of the Crystal Blue Persuasion is going to clip in next to it there. It's a lot of blue crystals. I wonder how much that'd be worth on the street. Now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, and a 3. So we need the 3 as well. So the 3 is going to be the first one to start this off. It's going to go there. And I'm just going to trail along here with the 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. So that's this stage complete. You thought it was a stove? Bless. No, that's a safe. That's where they'd keep things safe. Right. So let's move on to our next stage, stage 15. So again, we go to the weird bag at stage 15 for both of these. So both of these are in the weird unknown bag. Need both of them. So there should just be tires and a windscreen left in the weird bag now. So I don't think we need those for a while. Right, we need 1 of these. I mean, the good thing is we're coming to the end of this bag, so finding these bricks is becoming really quick. We need that one. We need that one there. We need The beige one. We need why can't I see it? Because I ain't got one. That's interesting. I think I might be missing something. That's going to be interesting because this is going to grind and bloody hole if I am. 3 there. No, I'm talking nonsense. I'm not missing anything. Right. Then we need 2 of these. There's those. And then we need 2 of the stud face ones. Those are those. Brake clasp. Number 1. 2. A 3. And a 4. So that's all of that. Let's flip around. So they're asking us to work on it this way, which is fine. That's what they want us to do. So the yellow's just going to mirror what was over there. So that one's going to go there. And that's our last piece of yellow one there. So I've got this really ugly 70s yellow strip, which I think is really cool. Then a 2. Hold that one down. And then a 3 and a 4. So 3 is going to go on there. 4 is going to go on there. We're then going to use 5s. So 5 there. 5 there. Whoop. I just broke 2 of those off. So I keep going 5s to 6s. And a 6 there. I like it. It's made this real 70s strip along the side. That really ugly ass strip that they used to put on everything, man. It screams 80s this vehicle. It really does. So this one goes on there. Then we need the 3, which is going to go there. And then we need the clasp. We've got silver clasp. That's going to go there. And then we need this piece here. Going to go there. Our 2 very long pieces. They're going to go there on the entire length of the vehicle. There and there. And then our 1 stud's going to go there. And I have these 2 here, which go here. And where's the other one go? Oh, directly opposite. Does, Scott. All right, so that one goes directly opposite there. Yeah, just there. So that's how we are. So that is how we're now looking, gentlemen. So that will be our top-down view. We're looking good. We're looking real good. It's coming together quite nicely, this. Right, we need loads for this one. So I would imagine we're doing interior details, so it looks like we need quite a lot of stuff for this next stage, right? So let's find what it is that we need. Right, so we need that 1. So I heard a weird theory on YouTube. Sure, E.T. was a plant. Apparently he told Steven Spielberg apparently told the Neil I can't think of his name. The scientist told him that E.T. was a plant. I don't know what E.T. was, but I'll tell you something that always makes my kids laugh when I say it, because it's true. And anyone who disagrees with me is a liar. If you heard a disturbance outside and you went down to your shed, you opened the shed, and E.T. was in there, well, you'd stove his head in with a shovel, wouldn't you? You would. You wouldn't wait to make friends with him. You'd absolutely stove his head in with a shovel. You know, I'm sure he's lovely, but I wouldn't wait to find out. I'd be like, I would grab the first thing, which would happen to be a shovel, and I would bang. That would be it. My version of E.T. would be a really short movie, because it'd be like, wow, he travelled all these years to find friendship and love and a way home, and Scott just absolutely battered him with a garden shovel. Because you would. I'm sorry, you would. No one would make friends with them. You'd be like, Jesus. Is there a gap between those long pieces you put in and those angled pieces? Hope this makes sense. The long pieces and the angled pieces. Oh, you mean here? Yes, there's supposed to be a gap. Right, so that's all. Yeah, I'd batter him. So would any normal person, because you wouldn't wait to find out the thing spits venom, or is like the thing. You wouldn't go, oh, isn't he cute? Like, nope, because he's not cute. He's not cute. I mean, he is now because we know the story. So it's like, oh yeah, we got to know him. He's cute. But no, I mean, E.T.'s terrifying. I used to have an E.T. poster on my wall when I was little. I would have been like, I don't know, 4. It's one of my earliest memories. It was the first film I was taken to the cinema to see. I was little. I sat on my mum's lap through the entire thing, and I didn't really know what was going on. But I can remember my brother screaming at certain scenes in E.T. When E.T.'s screaming at Gertie and she's screaming back, my brother started screaming because he was scared. I can remember having this poster of E.T. on the wall, and it scared the shit out of me. It absolutely terrified me. I just didn't like it because I was little, and the light would shine on it at night, and it was just like, I don't know, man. It was just like it was staring at me, and I didn't like it. I did not like it. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? But that's what it is. Right, so taking this piece here, that is going to clip on there like so. That's looking weird as hell. But that's what the scents do. And then we are going to... No, that can't be right. No way is that right. What are we missing here then? That don't look right. I'm going to look back what I've missed here because something doesn't look right here. That. I've missed a load of grey bricks. Yeah, okay. So I missed all the grey bricks off the back. I don't know how the bloody hell I did that, but I have. So there's supposed to be a bunch of these along here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how I did that, but I did. There we go. E.T.'s face is really creepy. He is really creepy. I remember my grandmother wouldn't watch E.T. because she said he just looked horrible. When we try and convince her that he was actually quite nice, and she was like, no, they want to know. But yeah, she was an unusual lady, my grandmother, so it's what it is. Never owned a video. But loved the movie Gone with the Wind. So only ever got to see it when it was screened on TV once every 5 or 6 years or something. Like, if you had a video, you could just watch this whenever you wanted. Don't want one. All right, fair enough. But yeah, very, very strange lady. She had a really cold house, and she was very cold herself. So it was very strange, almost like a Roald Dahl character. You can tell we weren't close. Right, so that's there. The L shape is going here. Then we need this one here. It's going to go there. And then the flat 2, one of the flat 2s there. Another one of the flat 2s there. And one of these here. Then that one there. That 4 there. Yup. A bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And finally 6. So 6 of those. And we need the 3, which is going to go there. Oh, Christ. That all came down. All right. So 3 is going to go across there. This one's going to go across there. And then 2. 1. 2. This one here. And this one along the back wall. There. So that is how you should now be looking. Okay, so we've got our sort of cabinets all built up there. The workspace for, honest work. Right, so we are moving on to stage. Which you prefer, the original and special edition of ET? I will tell you, Matthew, I preferred a bit of both. So I much preferred the scene where ET runs after the ship when it leaves. He runs away from the FBI. The special edition was so much better because the original's terrible. It's just like a light being dragged on a rail, and it shows. I mean, even Spielberg said that. So that I like. I like the additional scene as well, where he's in the bath and under the water blowing bubbles. And I like some of that. Swapping the guns for walkie-talkies, hated. Swapping the word terrorist for weirdo, I think was just a bit much. But if I remember rightly, it was just after 2001. It was just after September 11th. So I think that's why some of these choices were made. We were trying to be a little bit more delicate. But I like bits. I mean, this is the thing. I like bits of the special edition. Ultimately, I don't really like them chopping things up. I think you should just leave well enough alone. But I did like, there are scenes definitely with special edition I preferred to the original. I don't ever want them to do it to Jaws. And it feels like that's an inevitability. I really hope they don't now. So we're taking these 3 here, touching these to this, like so, in the middle. And then putting the cloche over the top. You impressed by that? That Scott knows what the word cloche means? I've got this thing, right, where most people that meet me instantly assume I'm thick. Because I'm big. I'm like 6'4", I'm a bit of a monster. They all assume that I'm kind of big, dumb guy. So I do like occasionally saying things they don't think I'd know. Cloche being one of them. Why do you know what cloche means? Because I do, because I'm educated. I just happen to be big and scary looking. Right, we're going to put these 2 pieces of crystal together here. And they're going to go on the back there. And now we have one of these that's going to go on an angle. That's going to go there. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we need this long black here. We're going to put in a single, well, we'll put the L shape. So the L shape's going to sit in there like so. And a single black stub, which we've got here. It's going to go on there. Yeah, I'm not precious about special editions and whatnot, because it's not like you can't watch the original. When they start deleting the originals, that's a problem. Like, it's really hard to see the original theatrical release of Star Wars now because of all the special editions that have come out. Because George Lucas would remove them from print, which is annoying. So it depends. I think if you've just done it as an option, yeah, why not? It doesn't hurt me. The original's still available if you want it. But it's when they start removing stuff that it's an issue for me. I'm like, well, some people still want to see the original. All right, so we're going to use a 2, which is going to go here. And then we're going to build this. So we're going to clasp piece and 2 of the single beige ones on top of it. And that's going to fit in there like so. And then we need a 4 and a 1. Just going to go like so. And then we need 2 4s. Going to fit there. And there. And Rob's your father's brother. So that's it. That's where we are. Now, what concerns me is I've got a piece left over. And that always bothers me. Because it definitely goes somewhere. And I don't know where. But I'm left with this piece. Anyone else left with that piece? Because I am, which is a concern. So I'm going to have a quick thumb back through, just in case we've missed out from anyone. I don't think we have. I think we just got an extra. Yeah, I think we just got an extra. Let's have a look. No. No, I think we just got an extra one. Yeah, we have. Okay, well, we're making good time. We're making really good time. We have got, like I said, a couple of spare bits, which are always a bloody concern. But at some point, we go, damn it, that's where it goes. Well, I know. Let's have a quick chat. I'm going to flip the camera around, and we'll have a quick chat and a bit of a break. There we go. So we're doing all right, aren't we? I mean, look, we're certainly getting there. Looking very RV-ish. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's all right. I mean, like I said, mine's bent, which is driving me bloody mad. Yours might not be. Mine is. But I think it'll be all right. I think when the weight of the brakes come down, I think it's going to be absolutely fine. But it's looking nice. It's looking nice. I'm making sure these bricks are clutched together properly. I love this strip. I think this strip is gross. It's like a very kind of 70s, 80s strip is absolutely vile, but I love it. So for those of you that are new to live streams, you're about to see me do things you don't normally see me do on recordings. But one of them is vaping. The other one is drinking, and you might hear some profanity. normally I can edit that out, but when I'm live, well, I can't. So yeah. I may come across as quite polite and eloquent, but I do swear like a docker. I do, so don't feel bad. You do and think, well, this guy never swears. Oh no, I do. I curse a lot. just don't do it on the channel. I want the channel to be inclusive, so anybody can watch it of any age and whatnot. So I try to scale it back, which is why live streams, it's my break. I vape. That's the way it is. Sorry. How are you doing? If you're building one along, I know Mark and Sheldon, you're building along. How are you doing on yours, fellas? Are you doing good? Yeah, that's what I said about the special editions, but I mean, I don't mind them as long as there's a purpose for it. But I think sometimes something should just be of the age. It should just be that's the time it came out. That's why the effects look like that. And sometimes when you're changing the effects, it then really dates the other bits. Yeah, it's oh no, copy and no one can hear you edit. Yes, true. Well, this is the thing with edit ones. It's why I do the blooper reels at Christmas. So if you ever seen my channel at Christmas, we do a blooper reel of kind of funny bloopers that I've kept throughout the year, because I don't want anyone. So I get people that just have a dalliance over it. Those who've been watching for a while know full well I make mistakes, and plenty of them. But those who just sort of might stop in to see a book nook or something like that, don't. They think, how come this guy's got it right first time? Editing, that's how. So I do try to keep as many mistakes in as possible to kind of show, I ain't perfect, no one is. And it's like, if you're making mistakes, then you're making mistakes. I messed up somewhere on step 12, so I may just have to watch while trying to fix my error. Well, no, I mean, we're only 5 steps ahead of you, Sheldon. So, you do what you got to do. I'll go back to stage 12 and see what that was. Oh yeah, I balled that up. That's all right. It's okay. There's no rush, Sheldon. There's no rush. Honestly, it's. I'm just gonna drink my Pepsi and relax for a little bit. So you got plenty of time to catch up, mate. There's no rush at all. Because to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to take anywhere near as long as I thought it was going to take, because that's a lot that we've built already. A hell of a lot. So stage 3. Stage 2 looks like a lot, but it's just building up the walls really and the windows. Oh, those windows look a bit of a bugger, actually. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I spoke too soon. I didn't. I don't think it looks that bad. I don't think stage 2 looks so bad. It doesn't. Be all right. Be all right. Stage 3. Yeah, stage 2 looks quite short, actually, to be honest with you, Sheldon. Don't stress, man. We'll be all right. Stage 3 is just the roof and the wheels, so we'll be good, man. We'll be good. So I'll tell you, I'm now the sort of proud owner of the Hachette Lancaster. You did? Did you score it? Did how many parts have you got? And what are you going to do? Are you going to build both? Are you going to build the Hong Kong and the Lancaster? Or are you going to stop one and do the other? Or are you going to use the engine parts from the Hachette on the Lancaster? On the Hong Kong? That'd be good, couldn't it? You have like a Frankencaster. You know what I mean? It's built up to stage 21, but other parts up to 34. Well, you're practically there then. You're practically, yeah, you're practically where we are then. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. I've built lots of Lancaster. I've literally just got to upload it because, again, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong, kids. That's where I am at the moment. So literally, you name it, it's gone wrong for us. So it's been a bloody nightmare. That's just where we've been. So I mean, even down to the wrestling gym flooding is heartbreaking, man. It really is, and we're doing everything we can do to sort that, to make things right. And I hope we do. I hope we do. But we'll see, won't we? I mean, we're trying to make it all work, you know. But it's what it is. So we've got our GoFundMe page. Thank you to every single person that donated to that GoFundMe. You have no idea the impact that has. And this is the thing. It's not like we're not asking for a ton of money, but that little bit of money makes a massive difference to us. It really does. So honestly, thank you, genuinely thank you to everybody that donated to it, because it makes a humongous difference to us. We have had a development in the fact that we now need to find a new premises, which is thanks for that, fellas. So yeah, it doesn't rain, but it pours, you know. So it's what it is. But we're keeping our chin up, and we're powering through. So we've got a massive show this weekend coming up, which is our 20th anniversary. So it's Evolution Wrestling's 20th anniversary this Saturday, and we've got some big names on the card. So we've got the really big names. We've got, if you've ever watched TNA wrestling, we've got the Mouse Wrestler Suicide is flying over from the USA to wrestle for our championship, and yeah, he's coming prepared, man. So that's gonna be really good. But we're keeping our chin up, you know. We're keeping our chin up. On a side note, do not give cats milk. It gives them energy and they run around the house destroying it. My craft room is definitely losing. Oh, right. So my cats aren't allowed my cat is not allowed anywhere near my build room, because every time he's got in here, he's done hundreds of pounds worth of damage in here. I mean, honestly, hundreds of pounds worth of damage. The worst thing he did, and I went mental, was I came in and caught him. He chewed through all the wires of Ecto 1. So it was when we had the rolling chassis and all the wires hadn't tied away yet. Chewed through all of them. Chewed through the lot. So we chewed all the wires out. And then I repaired all that. I had to strip it all down, get new wires, repair all of it. And then I came in again and found him sat on the bonnet, and his big fat ass broke the windscreen. So I had to take the whole thing apart to replace the windscreen. So yeah, he's not allowed in here, but sometimes he gets in. Sometimes he gets in, and I see him just, oh, what are you doing? You're just chewing the side of the doll's house, are you? Thanks for that. Oh, you just eat one of Iron Man's fingers. So yeah, no, it's he doesn't get to do it. My kids were the same. So for the longest time, my kids weren't allowed in here when they were really little, in my old build room, because I used to have the comic collection in there, and they just walk in and go, oh, look, you just destroyed the first appearance of Gambit. Thanks for that. And that used to happen quite a lot. So it is what it is. Bless. But yeah, So yeah, no, I can relate to cats mashing things up. Believe me, and that's why Ecto isn't allowed yet. It's also why if you feed cats milk, they can't be killed with conventional weaponry, which is another reason we should avoid doing it. A whole bin bag of packing material that used to be in the bag. Yeah, yeah. That's the funniest thing we've done with Ecto was I bought a like a cat toy from him, but it wasn't from a particularly reputable site, and it came with catnip. And I don't know what was in this catnip, but I have never seen him. So he was like full on stoned. He was out of his head, and he was just sat there with his mouth open, looking up at the air, just absolutely just wiped out on catnip. And he was like, it was about an hour, and I thought I'm gonna have to explain to my wife that I've drugged the cat because it wasn't looking good. Mine are allowed in, but only when I'm into. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, because when I don't really work from home much anymore. I used to during the pandemic and whatnot. I was always working from home, and he'd always be in here. He'd always be by my feet. So more so in the old one. Those who've been watching long enough remember the old build room. Do you know what's really weird, right? I hated this build room. I absolutely hated it. For the longest time. Honestly, I'd say for the first year I was here, I hated it because it wasn't mine. It didn't feel like it felt like building somewhere that wasn't mine. It felt like this wasn't it. And I just missed my old build room so badly. Now I love this build room. There's so much space in here. It's so nice. I can fit all my stuff in. I love it. But honestly, it took like a good year for me to actually like this room. I hated it. I hated it. I didn't want to be in here. It was really weird. It would just make me think of my old one. I missed it. I missed it so much because I just had great times in there. Because I actually had this really weird. I actually had a very pleasant pandemic. It was me and the kids just got closer than we've ever been, and we'd go in there, we'd make things and whatnot. And I miss it. I miss that little room. I do. I watched the video of the last video I ever made in there where I turned the lights off at the end of the day. It made me all emotional. But it's a really weird thing. Stage 11, you'll get there, Mark. There's no rush, mate. No rush at all, bud. Like I said, I'm relaxing at the moment and chatting to everyone else. So there's no rush. There's no rush, mate. There is a lot coming up on the channel, so you're gonna get pissed off with me by the end of October because I've got all this backlog stuff I've got to upload so I can just start freeing up some space. But yeah, it took a long time to get there because there was just so much of it. It's what it is, man. There's a lot. So yeah, bear with me because you're going to be getting a data blast coming from me very soon because I've edited it all as well. Because I mean, again, just because I had no internet didn't mean I couldn't edit. So it's all edited, ready to go. I just got to upload it all, and that's where we are. Thank you, Penny. I try, right? So I try to be as chilled and kind of laid back as possible, because you got to be, man. I mean, this is escapism. I'm aware that everybody is the same. We're all at work, and some of us have shitty days, and you just want to come and hang out somewhere, watch something. I don't want to. And like I said, I mean, when I first started looking at YouTube for kind of tips and things on things that I was building, I don't know, just kept coming across pissed off people. Just pissed off people all the time. And I'd be like, you hate this so much, man. Why are you doing it? And you just think, oh God, I want someone that's actually enjoying this like I'm enjoying it. So I just thought, well, that's what I tried to do, man. It's why I don't like bitching about Fan Home, right? To be honest with you, because I just can hear myself being kind of negative. And I think negativity breeds negativity. Do you get what I mean? And I don't want to do that to anyone. So it's yeah, I try and make it as kind of chill as possible. But why get pissed off about your hobby? If your hobby's pissing you off, it's the wrong hobby, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? If all you're going to do is moan about your hobby and complain about it, wrong hobby. Wrong hobby. Choose something else. And if it stops being fun, stop. Stop. Don't do something that intentionally wants you. My kids do that. My kids play video games that make them angry. I'm like, stop playing it then. Play something else. Yeah, I'm like, if it shouldn't do that. This should be something that elicits joy, not something that makes you angry. I told you. It's yeah, I get that. I get people going, fuck it. Why are you mourning this? Don't mourn your hobby, man. It's like, because again, this is something we spend a lot of money on. And again, I'd have it like with Ecto 1, for example. When I first started building Ecto 1, I wasn't YouTubing. And I think, I wonder what other people are doing. I go and look, and they're like, right, should we just get this done? And it's I'm like, all right, man. So I was going to look at myself, this is awesome. Let's do this together. But no, I'd get, oh, God, this thing. Oh, this is all we got. Lighten up. Lighten up. You know, and it's yeah, that's the way it is. And then the other thing I want to do as well is why I build everything stock. So on my channel, everything I build is stock built. I don't modify anything. I do modify. I don't modify on the channel. And the reason for that is there are plenty of people doing that. There are plenty of people better at me modifying on their channels. The reason why I build everything stock is so it doesn't matter who you are, you can tune in and build it the same. You know, because there's nothing worse. But if you don't have that skill set, you don't own these tools, someone going, right, okay, just grab your Dremel, and like everyone owns one. And now you need to, oh, we can easily fix this with an Arduino. Just program an Arduino. So it like everyone knows how to do that. So I try not to do it. I try to write, this is it. So I mean, at the beginning of anything, even if I use a tool that's slightly weird, I'll say what it is and where I got it from, why I'm doing it. But I try and build everything stock because that way it's like anyone, doesn't matter who you are, can just join in and be like, okay, well this is what we're doing. And that's why. Okay, let's get back to this build. So I'm going to grab, that's 3, what it is, which means this is 2. So number 2 here. Let's see how many so there's not loads. So 2 has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags, but smaller bags. There's a lot less in these. And we are building up the sides. So building up the sides, the front and the back of the RV. Put these open. Then what we'll do is switch the camera over. We'll get back into it. I'll give the other lads a bit of a chance to catch up. But it's looking nice. I will say this. I mean, again, that the curve in mine is pissing me off. It is, but it's what it is. It's what it is. And again, this wasn't expensive. I think this cost less than 15 quid. This really was not expensive. So you do, I don't think that's a defense for something being bad, but at the same time, I am very much of the belief of you get what you pay for, you know? So here's what it is. I'm a bit behind, but I'm sure I'll catch up. Yeah. Like I said, we're not rushing, Sheldon. We're, you know, if you want me to slow down, if you want me to stop, just say, can you give me 5 minutes, and I will, man. It's you know, there's no rush. I ain't got to be anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's cool, man. It's all cool. It's all good. So let's open this one. We'll empty a lot of windows in these, and then this one as well. There's a lot of smaller pieces. That means there's gonna be a lot of punting in this next one. I found my mistake as well. I found where that missing piece I had was missing from. I found it and reinstalled it. I'm off, buddy. See you Saturday. You will see me Saturday, Rob. I will see you then, mate. I'll see you and Bert then. I'll be the dashingly good-looking one, standing outside the front of my house waiting for you. Right. I'm going to flip the camera around and then we will crack on with stage 2. That didn't work. Let's try again. There we go. Right, so here is the big pile of bricks from stage 2. Let's get into it. Right, so there we go. So by the end of this, well, it's the first thing we're doing, building some chairs for the driver's seat, and we got some bottles gone there. So we need 3 of these silver pieces here. These. There's 1, 2. Oh, I'll tell you that flu vaccine has kicked my ass, man, and it's starting to get worse. But we're all right. I'd rather, you know what? I'd rather feel like crap for a day from the flu vaccine than crap for 2 weeks from flu. So yeah, it's what it is, man. That's number 3, and then we need 3 of the cloches. So cloche pieces here. 1, 2, and 3. And each of these is going to have a black stud. Yep. So 1 there. 1 there. And 1 there. And each of these is going to have one of these studs with the points on it. So 1, 2. Let's find that 3rd one. This is going to be easy. There it is. 3. So we have 3 of these all made, and these are going to sit there. Whoop. You are going to go on. There. And there. Those are all 3 on there. So other news. So this week, on Friday night, I gave an interview to the BBC about what's happened at our little wrestling gym, and hopefully that should get some eyes on what we're doing and what we're trying to achieve, because we're looking for some. We've got to find new premises, so we're looking for somewhere to move into. So hopefully that will help. I mean, it can't hurt, can it? So yeah, hopefully that will be good, because it would be ever so awful if we don't have anywhere for the kids to go. So I will let you know when that happens, because you're about to hear it online. You're about to hear the interview. It wasn't just me, obviously. There were a few people interviewed. I mean, they might not feature me, but I spoke to them a lot and told them, about what it means to our kids, and also what it means to our little community. But because it is important. I mean, it might seem strange, but it's really important to us. So it's yeah, hopefully it'll yield fruit. I hope it does, because it's also massively important to British wrestling. I mean, British wrestling, we've been trying to, wave the flag for as much as possible, because without kids learning to be wrestlers, well, there's no more wrestling. That's just the way it is, I'm afraid. So yeah, it's strange times, but we're like I said, we're keeping our chin up, and we're trying to get through it all the best we can. But we're not going to panic just yet. We're going to stay positive. Right. That's going to fit on there. That's that. I need 4. And 2 of these pieces are going to clip onto there, like so. And we got another one. We need one of those and a 2. So one of those there. And 2. And that clips to there. That makes our first chair. And I'm going to do the exact same thing again. So we're going to make 2 of these. So one chair is going to go in there. Move it back a bit. It's going all right, Ken. We're getting there, mate. We're getting there. We are getting there. I'm quite happy with the progress. I'm trying to slow down a bit so the other 2 lads building it along can catch up. So I'm trying not to burn through it. So I've dropped the pace a little bit just to make sure everyone can finish this together. So we're going to put that one on there. I'm building the exact same thing again. So 2 of those. One of those. One of those. How are things with you, Ken? It seems ages since we spoke. You're on your break. Excellent. Thought of you the other day, actually, Ken. We might be doing a show in a very old theatre, which is going to be interesting. We were sort of joking about it because it's old, right? And it's almost, I wouldn't say it's unused, but it's old, and it seems like the perfect setting for a Scooby-Doo mystery. That's what we were kind of joking about. It's got that vibe about it, but I love that. So yeah, it's very old theatre. But it'll be a weird one because we can't move the theatre chairs, obviously. So the actual performance will be on the stage, which is unusual. But we're looking for unusual venues. I mean, like I said, we're putting on a show at prison this year, which is going to be wild. But we're really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's that chair there. Now we've just got to pop both of these in. That one goes in there. That one goes in there. So that's both of our chairs in. Lovely stuff. Right, so we've got our chairs and those cloches in. Okay, now we move on to stage 19. So put another safe together. So a safe here, or cupboard, if you will. I think this one is. We need the door. Is it in the weird bag? It's not in the weird bag. Okay. That's unusual then. Some other should be a smooth black door. Aha, gotcha. I bet you could. It's it's got a lot of history to it, man. It's a really cool building. So I'm hoping we do it because it would be definitely be interesting. So that's going on there like that. I'm going to do this kind of off-green brick here. That's going to sit on there like so. Now we need 2 2s and a 1. All right, so 2 2s, 1 2. Let's go like that, and then a flat 2. Yeah. Let's hold up on that like so. And then a white with a lid, like that. That's got a clip on there. That's a very good question, John. Right. Do I keep them all? No, is the simple answer to that one. I don't. I've got that many that no, I have had to start giving some away, which is a little heartbreaking. I try and keep as many as possible. I haven't given away many, but there are some that, yes, I have had to give away. So I do give away quite a lot of the brick builds, because I know quite a lot of kids that aren't, quite as privileged as some other kids. So I make sure that they get first dibs on the brick build. So I give a lot of the brick builds away to kids. But no, typically I don't give away many of the certainly on the part works. I mean, I'm not building part works to give those away. But a lot of the wooden models and the brick models, yes, I do. Or they're taken apart and stored back in boxes if we don't give them away, because it's just the way it is. I mean, there's that many of them that I literally can't. I am blessed with space in my house, but my wife would tell you very, very different story there. But yeah, it's I don't keep everything. I can't keep everything. I'd like to, but I can't. So yeah, a lot of it does go, and it's now a factor when I choose what I'm going to build. So I do have to think, where am I going to put it? So I nearly didn't build the Lancaster because of it, because the Lancaster is enormous. The footprint of the Lancaster is huge. I mean, it's absolutely huge. So it nearly stopped me from building it because of just how massive it was. Because it's like a square meter. That's a big display piece. But I have got somewhere for it to go. Hey Terry, how are you? Hey, you ain't got to apologise for being late. You're here now, don't matter. I'm not going to make you, write out lines or anything. I must not be late to live streams. Not my style. Right. So yeah, John, I hope that answers your question. No, I don't keep all of them, and I find myself keeping less and less these days because of how many I've done. I can't keep them all. I mean, it does motivate me to clean up and get rid of some stuff, rearrange rooms and things like that, because I have to. So there's a positive there. But yeah, ultimately, I do find myself increasingly giving away more and more of these, because for me, the passion is the building. It's not necessarily this. It's the journey, not the destination. So yeah, I mean, hardware builders know what I'm talking about. The amount of things that we build and we stress and stress and stress about whether or not the electrics are going to work, and then once it's built, we never use the electrics. But all this stress happens over the electric. Oh, the electrics don't work. The electrics don't. Oh, my electrics aren't working, and then we never use the electrics. So you kind of wonder, well, what was I stressing about exactly? Because I've never actually turned the electrics on. So it's a bit of a funny one, but yeah, it's what it is. It's what it is. Right, so the brown one there. So we're doing a lot of the detailing here for this. Have you ever built anything from scratch? I've built loads of things from scratch, Ken. Yeah, loads. I just, again, it's something that I don't do on the channel. So originally, I'm weird. I'm just weird, Ken. Originally, I was very skeptical about YouTube. I was very, I don't know, I don't want to put everything on YouTube. So I used to build a lot of things that, I don't know, I was kind of, I suppose part of me was worried that it was going to be critiqued or something, that if, God, that was crap, and I was worried about it. Now I don't care. So I just never put on YouTube. I don't know why. I just didn't. But I scratch built loads of things. So I've built lots of stuff for Halloween, and I built all kinds of things. I built stuff at Christmas. One of the things that I typically do for weddings, whenever anybody's getting married, is I tend to build them mailboxes. So I build them little mailboxes with their initials and whatnot on. So when people give them cards and things like that with money in at their weddings, it just goes in there. But I make them look like they're nice. I make them kind of postbox red and gold and whatnot, or whatever kind of scheme for their wedding is. I make those from scratch. But no, I make a lot. I don't do it on the channel. I think part of the reason why as well is not just because I'm kind of worried what people are going to say, because to be honest with you, I'm not. It's more, and Penny will know what I'm talking about here. Building for videos is very different from just building. So when you're just building, it's just you and the model or whatever it is, or the project. You're just building, you're doing it however you want. When you're doing it for a camera, it's very different because you've got to build it in a certain way. Your arms have got to go around it in a certain way. It takes longer. It takes a lot longer to do anything. So sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes I just want the kind of joy of building something because I built it, not because I'm making a video. So I still, as much as I enjoy doing YouTube, I still need the escapism of just being able to sit down and do something on my own. So, like one of the Roka marble runs I spoke about, one of those I built completely off channel. It's been ages since I did that, so it's been nice. Did you build both parts of the marble and join them together? I did, and the motor that given is totally inadequate. I've resorted to trying different motors from eBay to try and get it to working. John, I've built the first one. I built Spaceport. I've got the other one that was very kindly sent to me by Martin. I've not built it yet because I just haven't had the time. Because I've got to do the ones that the paid promotions are what keep the lights on. That's why I do them. So they've got their dates. So unfortunately, that does kind of lock me in. But I want to get that one done, and I've got the link kit as well. So I don't know. I can't comment on it without seeing it run. But I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting because I mean the motor for it already is quite powerful. I find. I mean, it depends, I suppose, how you're powering the. I assume it gets power through the mains, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll try it. And again, I'm honest with everything. If the motor's insufficient, I'll tell you. I'm not going to tell you this motor's great. I'm going to say, look, you're going to need to upscale this motor if you want it to work. And it's part of the reason why I like working with Roka, because Roka do not tell me what to say. I'm under no obligation to sweet talk anything. They don't ask me to fabricate anything. I'm not asked to say something's good when it isn't. I have no list of buzzwords. You have to say this. They just say, just be honest. And I am. So that's nice. It's refreshing. And it's not like if you say something bad, we'll never send you another one. That's not what it is. It really isn't. So yeah, it's I like working with them as a result of that, because it means I do have the kind of autonomy to say what I want and be honest about it, which is, is good. That's because I don't want to lie to anyone. I don't want, I'm not going to lie to anyone and say something's good, but it's crap. Because that's not me. Not me. Ain't me, never will be. Right. Okay. How is this going? Right. So, bugged that up somewhat. So that goes there. Missed a piece. That's what I've done. And that goes there. So we need 3 block. I'm just going to go there. Yeah, I can't imagine painting on camera. Painting on camera must be a bloody nightmare. So you'll notice you don't ever see me paint anything. Painting, not something I enjoy. Right, I just don't. Some people, for them, the painting is the main part. I don't enjoy painting. My eyes are not good enough to paint. My hands are not steady enough to paint. It's not for me. So painting models is not where I am. Even though, like, oh, but use an air gun. I'm like, nah, it's not for me. Painting is not my forte. Particularly with, as I've told you before, I've been quite open and honest about it. I've got I'm developing arthritis in my right hand, which is getting progressively worse. So if it comes to painting miniatures, forget it. I'm not about to do it. So it's yeah, painting's not for me. Which is a shame because I'd quite like to build the Peter Rabbit house. But if that is released over here, I don't think I'm going to be able to, because again, it is a lot of paint in the Peter Rabbit house. You paint everything. The fruit, the vegetables, the grass, the walls, the doors, everything is painted. Which I don't think I'd have a problem with, to be honest with you. That I think would be quite easy, but the rest I don't think so. Hey, that's okay, Sean. That's fine, mate. We're doing good. Yeah, you ain't got to apologise, man. As I said, I'm not gonna set anyone lines or homework or detention for right when they arrive. We're not like that, man. We're all chill. Right. So it's that one there. You would have noticed as well, I've not put the Halloween decorations up yet. I've got them all, just have not put them up. And I just bought an absolutely enormous and I do mean enormous Halloween decoration, and my wife is not impressed. But the kids are. That's all I care about. The kids are like, "You bought that, Dad?" I was like, "Yeah, I have." Mum's going to go mad. I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But I'm like, I don't care, kids. It's done. There's nothing you can do to stop us. So it's I've bought a fairly enormous outdoor decoration for Halloween, and I can't wait for it to arrive. That arrives on Wednesday, so that'll be going up. The one I've actually lived in Western Canada, when I fall behind live builds, I can catch one over in England's getting ready for bed. You can, I suppose. That's going to be a massive advantage. Right. So we need two of these little windows. We go over here and here. And then we need one of these windows. Put glass in this. What's the best Roku build you've done? Orpheus. See how quickly I can answer that? It's because it's always in my head. Orpheus the robot. I absolutely adore Orpheus the robot. I think it's a gorgeous build. It's a real basic build because it was a very early Roku model, but it's just gorgeous. It's a robot that plays. It's a Clockwork music box, and he plays "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You," and he's the sad robot. So he's kind of got his head dipped, and it plays a very melancholy tune. And the reason why I like it so much is because the story of Orpheus. It's a long one, but long story short, he was a musician who's, it was in Greek mythology, he was a musician whose girlfriend, the love of his life, is killed by satyrs on their wedding day. And she's taken to Hades. And Orpheus was the musician. He plays music so sad it makes the gods cry. So they say to him, you need to go to the underworld, talk to Hades, and ask him to return her. So he does. He travels through the underworld. He finds Hades, and Hades says to him, you can have her back. After hearing him play, said, you can have her back, but you have to walk her out of the underworld. And he said, you are not allowed to look at her. And he said, but I haven't seen her in so long. I've not looked at her in so long. And said, I don't care. You are not allowed to look at her until both of you are out of the underworld. You are not allowed to look at her. So they do, and they venture through the underworld. And it takes them days, and he can hear her, and he just wants to look at her. It's been so long since he's seen her. He loves her so much. And they travel through the underworld, and then as Orpheus gets out, first thing he does is spin around to look at her. And Ophelia, which is what her name is not out yet. She's still got one foot in the underworld. And Hades, being a bit of a dick, immediately pulls her back down into Hades. And she is into the underworld, and he never sees her again, leaving him to carry on playing his sad songs. And Orpheus, the robot, has got so much character to him. You can see that in his face. And I love him. I absolutely adore him. So yeah, it was a really, really fun build. I know that sounds really melancholy, but it was great. How do you know all these wonderful stories? I just do, mate. It's really weird. I wasn't. It's a nice way of saying it. I wasn't a normal kid growing up. I wasn't. When other kids were into sports and things like that, and I never sort of followed the trends. So I was never, some movie would come out and they'd be like, "Hey, we're all going to see this," and I'd want to see some French flick that had just been released or some weird Japanese animation. When they all wanted to go watch, whatever bloody. I can remember Judge Dredd, the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd. They were all looking at me, and me thinking, I really don't want to see that. And I wanted to go see something else that was. It was a Belgian movie, and they look at me like I'm nuts. That's just the way it is. So I suppose just stories have always interested me, and I think it's a dying form, which is coming back. I mean, it's the popularity of podcasts. So when people are surprised by podcasts being popular, it didn't surprise me in the slightest. We've told stories to each other for years. So all a podcast is someone telling you a story. But for some reason, we stopped doing that. So we become adults, and we went through all of our younger school days having a story at the end of the day and enjoying it, listening to someone tell us a story. Tell me a story, It's what the news is. Tell me a story. Bring it back, man. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So on the channel over Halloween, there will just be some stories. We are telling some spooky stories. They're not scary, they're not gruesome or anything like that. They are just odd stories that, if people don't keep telling them, they get forgotten about, you know. So you have to keep them alive. So there are a lot of wonderful stories that sadly become forgotten about because we stop talking about them. But as long as we don't, well, they stay alive forever, don't they? So we got some interesting ones coming up over Halloween. One of them is about a story that if you haven't heard it yet, you're gonna in the next couple of weeks. And it's about poison candy. So the one story that always rears its head at Halloween, always without fail, is poison candy. About razor blades and apples and things like that. Well, I'm going to tell you the story of where that comes from and what instances have actually happened, why it keeps rearing its head, and what the truth is. And it's quite fascinating. But yeah, that's what I do, man. It's kind of my party trick. I'm like having people say, "Tell me something weird." And I'm like, all right, so I'll tell them something weird. But that's it's what I like, man. I like having a conversation on my lunch break where someone can tell me something unusual, tell me something weird, tell me something I don't know, teach me something. Apologies about this, but what's the brick quality like with this set? It's all right, Sean. Right, it's all right. The one thing I will say, the base plates were a bit bent, but other than that, it's all right. I wouldn't say it's fantastic by any means. It's all right. That's the best I can give you on that one. I'm afraid it's all right. It's okay. Yeah, it's all right. I don't hate it, and I'm not really complaining about it. So the clutch is good. I'll say that. So the actual bricks themselves, the clutch is fantastic. It's where it needs to be. So they're not like loose, because I hate loose bricks, man. If the clutch is bad on the bricks, I can't forgive it. I can forgive most things, but bad clutch, no. Right, so okay, that one there. I'm glad you like the chat, Matt. I really am. That's nice to hear, man. And some people don't. Some people hate it, and they're very happy to message me and tell me, "Shut up and do the build." I'm like, all right, whatever. So, yeah, some people it straight up angers, but whatever. Like I said, I tend not to engage when that happens. Like, whatever, man. If you're not enjoying it, you're not enjoying it. It's fine. But yeah, I do. Right. Yeah, you talk too much. I get that, man. Okay, well, watch someone who doesn't. You know, there are plenty of other channels of guys that don't talk. Go watch those. And it's Bill and the Boys. You get you get a story. That's the way it is. So that's what comes with the Bill and the Boys video: a story. That's what I try to do, man. Because again, I just want to do something different, something interesting. You know. Titanic model is finished soon. It's emotional, and I've had a few people go, "Oh, what are you gonna do after that?" And I'm like, "Well, just what I'm always doing." You know, it's if you want to stick around and watch me build other things, and we can. And I am going to keep going on Titanic. I've had people ask me, "Are you going to keep going?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I want to do modifications. I mean, I might do a monthly Titanic video, but it certainly won't be anywhere near the volume of what's happening at the moment. Can't be. So we'll see. We'll see. But it's everything's got to come to an end, man. It's been fun. Made a lot of friends. Told a lot of stories. And sadly, it is going to be time to say goodbye soon to the Titanic. But it's what it is. But then what? But I mean, if we go look the other way, we have got the James Bond Aston Martin coming up and the Dalek. So when one door closes, another one opens. So it'll be all right. Well, the first one, I really enjoyed it. Can't see more so reason myself in this company. Funhole are fantastic. Honestly, Funhole are absolutely bloody fantastic. I kid you not. And I get the, well, you just said that because they're paying you. They're not paying me. Right? I can say that now. They pay me nothing. They ask me if I want to do the sets. Some I say yes, some I say no. The ones I say no to is because I'm just too busy or they're not really my style. But no, they are fantastic. They are such a good company. They actually give a damn. If you give them a critique or I'd like to see this or whatever, they'll do it. They'll take it on board completely and they will make the changes. That's good, right? I mean, how many companies do that? Not bloody many. They all say, "Oh yeah, can you tell us your feedback?" And you say, "I don't like this," and they go, "Yeah, well, tough." So it's like you didn't want my feedback. Whereas Funhole genuinely listen, and it's really nice. Look, my interaction I have with them is always so darling. It's really nice. They're a great company to work with. They are, and I'm really happy to be on board with them. I just am, and it's been a lot of fun. It really has. And long may it continue because their stuff has just got so much better. It gets better and better and better. So I've got like most of the Funhole sets. There's only I think there's about 4 Funhole sets in total I don't own. I own all the others. But the early ones, I mean, it's night and day compared to where we were on the very early sets compared to where we are now. It's the difference is massive. I mean, absolutely massive, and it's been so much fun, man. It's been so much fun. Right, so that's how we're looking now. We're looking good, fellas. I hope you're keeping up. But we've got all of our. This is how we're now looking. Where are we? The interior is really nice. I mean, I never really saw any pictures of the interior. Let me show you the interior. What we got going on. It's looking good. Yeah, the customer service is fantastic. I mean, it's really good, and the they genuinely care, man. Like genuinely, and it's long may they reign. I really want to see them do well. I really do, and yeah, long may they reign. I think they're fantastic. It was really weird because again, I've never approached any company and asked to do anything with them ever. It's not my style. Um, they approached me, and I'd never heard of them because they were relatively new at this point. And I was like, I don't know. And they said, "Well, take a look at our stuff and see if you want to do anything." So I went and had a look, and I was like, "Not really," because at that time they were still doing things like um, there was no real theme or anything. They had no figures, and there was no real theme to anything. So I was like, "Not particularly." I said because it's not really my style. But they'd just done their first steampunk set. And I thought, "Ooh." And I said, "Yeah, that one looks nice." I said, I'd like to build that." And they're like, "No, we're not sending you that." And that was nearly the end of our relationship. I was like, "All right, well, then none of them know that." They wanted me to build a flower truck for them. Sorry, no, a vegetable truck. And I was like, "You know what? Why not?" I said, let's see what you're about." And sent me through, and I loved it, man. I absolutely loved it. And the lights are so bloody good. And they have made hiding those lights on those kits an art form. They really have. That you can't even see where they used to be now. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. They have made it an absolute art form. You cannot see them, and it's incredible. It's incredible. You never know where they are. I look and think, well, how are we going to hide that? Then all of a sudden, I go, God, that's clever. A lot of God, that's clever moments when building Funhole kits because I never know where they're going with it, and then you see and you go, Jesus, that's smart. And yeah, I love them, man. Long may they reign. Long may they reign. That one. That one. That one there. That one there. I'd throw them to Lego. I'd throw them to Lego, genuinely. Pirates of Queen Mary 2 model, I'd be very interested. I don't know if they are. I mean, I did a survey for Hachette ages ago, and they had a bunch that they were thinking of doing. What were they? There was the Flying Dutchman, not the Flying Dutchman. Yeah, the Flying Scotsman. The Flying Scotsman? Yeah, Flying Scotsman. Flying Dutchman's a bloody boat. Yeah, the Flying Scotsman was one of them. So that was one. There was a London Underground train. There was a bunch of airplanes. There was quite a few ships, but nothing that really grabbed me. There was the Mallard. So the train, the Mallard was on there. There was a few bits and pieces, but nothing screamed out to me. Nothing that had the majesty of a Titanic, put it that way. But we'll see. Who knows? But I am building the Dalek. So that is 100%. I am building the Dalek. And for those of you who don't know, I will tell you again, because people think something, but it's not true. I don't work with Hachette at all. I don't work with any partwork company. So there is no partwork company at all that sponsors me or my channel. So all the partworks that you see me build, I pay for. So I pay for the whole lot. That's me. I buy those. No one's sending them to me. So my opinions are that of my own. If I'm building it, it's because I want to build it, not because someone's asked me to build it. And that works the same across the board. So if you ever see me build anything on the channel, it's because I want to. Because I do turn down a lot of builds because of the time that I've got. So I do say no to quite a lot of, do you want to do this? To look at it and go, not really. It's not my style. I've turned the one thing I get offered more than anything, and I get offered a lot. I don't know why. I get offered a lot of book nooks. So I get offered absolutely tons and tons and tons of book nooks. And I say no to probably 90% of them. And the reason why is because I have no interest. I have no interest in the book nooks they're offering. So the book nooks they offer me look cheap. They don't look good, or they look like knockoffs of Row Life book nooks. And I'm not interested in doing a knockoff. Don't want to. So I won't. So that's kind of, yeah, that's where I am with them. So if you ever see me build something, it's because I want to build it, not because someone's asked me to do it. Because I don't, like I said, I don't get paid. No one's paying me to do this. So paid promotion is a bit of a funny thing. You have to declare paid promotion on YouTube. Otherwise, it's seen as kind of fraudulent. It's like you're conning somebody into watching something in actual fact it's an advert. So you have to call it a paid promotion, but the pay is they've sent me the model for free. So there is a payment if you consider that a payment. But as I said, I don't. I mean, it's what it is. I only work with companies that haven't given me a set of rules. If they say I have to say something's good, I won't. I'm like, nope. I can't promise that, I'm afraid. And I know there are some that, if you're going to critique something, they will just either cancel the kind of thing with you. I believe, I won't say which one, but I believe one of the partwork companies, if you don't give it a favourable review, well, that's the end of your collaboration with them, which is fair enough to a degree. I mean, you wouldn't want to send somebody something that's just going to badmouth it, but at the same time, I'd still want an honest kind of review. I suppose how you review it. If you say this thing sucks, then no. I mean, that's not proper review, is it? That's pathetic. But if you were to say, okay, well, this is what I don't like about it, I don't think that's. I think that's fair. So any company want to cover that up is a bit bloody weird. But yes, one of the major partner companies, want you to say something's bloody wonderful when it isn't. Yeah, not for me. They've never approached me, but I know the deal. So yeah, we avoid them. But this is the thing. I mean, it's easier for me to not beat anyone's pocket. You know, just do me, and that makes me happy. All right, so this has come on quite nicely. Stage 2, very nearly complete. Just a long piece here. Yeah, I was going to search for a bloody window in there. It's got a Mr. Window egg. One there, and then one on there. That's this stage done. We're looking all right, way. Getting there. Okay, so move to this piece. We need 2 4s. Get all this moved over. The work area. So is that like your a bucket list build for you, Daniel, the Queen Mary? My bucket list build is Christine, the Plymouth Fury. Fire Engine Red Plymouth Fury with white wall tires, Christine. If they did that as a part work, oh god, that'd be terrible. If for me, the worst thing could happen is Fanahan go, we're doing it. I go, oh god damn it, because then I would have no choice but to do it. I'd have to, even if it was Fanahan. I'd be like, it's Christine, I'm doing it. I'm gonna have to suck it up and get on with it. That's what would happen. Oh god, I need that build, and that would just be the way it is. All right, that's that one. And some flat twos. These. So I don't know if I'm going to go see the Joker now. Then, from the kind of the backlash of it. That said, I think I might need to. I think I might need to see for myself, even though I've heard it's terrible. Sometimes I like it, but it's so terrible you got to see it to believe it. So I might still go. But yeah, I can't say I'm surprised. I'm always surprised when people are surprised. Sequel is crap shock. It's like they're always bloody crap. Not always, though. I mean, the shock should be when a sequel is good. That should be the shock, because normally they're not. I tell you what I watched and really enjoyed? I watched A Quiet Place Day One, and I thought that was bloody superb. I really, really enjoyed that, which is unusual for a third movie in a series to be good. But it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and I've liked all the Quiet Place movies so far. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was very sad, but in a kind of beautiful way, an oddly beautiful way. Yep. Yeah, it was a very, how would I describe it? It's a very poignant movie, but I really, really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed all of the Quiet Place so far. I thought all three of them have been good. Second one was all right. It wasn't as good, nowhere near as good as the first one. But the third one I really enjoyed, because I mean, by part three, you should seriously be losing your way at that point. But no, they nailed it. It's a simple concept done well. That's what I want. So that's going to go on there. Now we're going to go. Why do you think Fanham was so bad compared to Hachette and Agora? Subscriptions were all three, and Fanham were the only one I have problems with. I think, right, well, when I first started Fanhome, they had two models, right? They had two models in one collection. So they had R2D2, Iron Man, and Naruto collection. That was it. That was all they had. And they were great, right? I bought from Fanhome, and you could set your bloody watch by them, right? The stuff would turn up on time every time with no problem at all. The first Iron Man hand that I had was terrible, so it didn't work properly. I messaged them. It was less than a week. It was about 3 days. Another one turned up on my doorstep. And I thought, wow, this company's great. And I sung their praise. You can go back and see. You go back deep enough in my videos, you'll see me go, I think they're fantastic. And they were. They were really good. Then when they took over all the Eaglemoss models, I think they overwhelmed themselves, I think is what happened. I think they bit off more than they could chew. I don't think that the infrastructure to handle it all, but they went from having 3 models to like 15 models and collections pretty much overnight. And I think they overwhelmed themselves. I don't think they had the warehouse staff to handle it. I don't think they had the admin staff to handle it. And I think that's what went on. That's why things happened. And I think they bit off way more than they could chew. And it's bit them in the ass. Problem they've got is they outsource their customer service. So rather than hire customer service people, they're outsourcing it to a third-party company. So when you speak to customer service, they haven't got a clue what you're talking about. So they don't know what your complaint is. When you're trying to explain to them why something doesn't work or something isn't as it should be, they have no idea what you're talking about. They don't know. Which is on them completely, because, well, then you shouldn't have done that. But they have. So that's part of the problem as well. So you're trying to explain to them why something doesn't work, or why, well, this isn't what it's supposed to be. They haven't got a clue. They don't know what you're saying, so you might as well not even be speaking to them. So what's the point in having that as a customer service thing? That's not exclusive to FanHome. Plenty of other companies do that. You'll phone up somewhere, and if you ask them something that doesn't happen to be on the script in front of them, they can't answer the question. But it's cheap, it's lazy, and it shows exactly how little they value your service. That's my problem with it. It is, sadly, the way of the modern world, but it doesn't mean you've got to put up with it. It doesn't mean you've got to tolerate it. So there you go. So the only thing I can really do is protest with my wallet. So if I'm not happy with the service that I'm getting, well, I won't buy from you. And this is what I maintain. So should FanHome do something that I have to have, they might do a model where I go, Christ, I have to have it, and it means getting into bed with the devil. Well, if they then start dropping the ball, well, that's my fault. Do you get what I mean? Because I knew what I was going into. I knew exactly what their service was like. So if I chose to go ahead and do the model anyway, I have no right to complain about the service, because I knew what the service was going to be like. You know? And that's the way I look at it. So if I was to do another model with them, there'd be no complaint from me, because I knew what was going to happen going in. And that's the only way I can look at it. Mad, weird, but that's just how I see it. Okay, so what's going on here? I'm gonna flip this one round. And oh, I see. Oh, right, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, not with that fight you ain't, are you? Right. Yes, I agree. I would say that's pretty accurate. Because again, I wouldn't have done some of the models I've done with them if I'd have known this was the service at the time. Well, then I just wouldn't have done it. It's that simple. I would have been like, nope, sorry. When I started the gauntlet with them, I'd done the Iron Man, I'd done R2D2, and I was happy with the service. I was, but the service has since took a hit. It just has, and it's not everyone agrees with me. They don't have to. They're completely entitled to their own opinion, but my opinion is that of the fact that their service is piss poor, for lack of a better word. It's just not. It's not good. It's not good. I'm not happy with it. So again, as I said, I can protest with my wallet, and that's exactly what I do. So they don't get my business. That's simple. If you tolerate it, then it's tough. You've got to put up with it. You don't get to complain if you know that this is what they're like and there's enough for saying, and you still buy it anyway. You have no right to complain in my book. That's the way I look at it. I think you have no right to complain because you knew. These down. But I get sick of bloody talking about fan on, to be honest with you, because it's always the same. It's always the same old crap from them, and I ain't got time for it. Just haven't. No one ever do a collection of them again, but I feel tied into the build. Yeah, I do as well, Matt. That's exactly where I am. So once the gauntlet's done, I'm done. You know, I'm never again. Once the gauntlet's finished, I'm finished. I'll never do another build with them again. Well, I say never. Never say never. If they were to say, look, we're sorry, we know our service has been crap up until now, we apologize for that. It's not good enough. You deserve better than this. We're going to try harder, and they genuinely made a conceited effort to do that. Well, then I give them another go. I genuinely give them another go. I do second chances, man. I'd give them another go, but I can't see him saying that or doing that. Just can't. So I don't know. We'll have to see what they come up with, won't we? It's a shame because, like I said, there are models with the 89 Batmobile. Of course, I want to do the 89 Batmobile, but do I want to spend months, weeks at a time going, oh look, they've only sent me half a pack again, or oh look, they've said that here's the reason why this one's not turned up, and here's the reason why this one's not turned up, and here's another. So yeah, they've said they can't do this, and now even though they told us we were getting this, we're not getting this, and I can't deal with that bullshit again. And again, that would be my fault. If I chose to ignore the warning signs, well, that's my fault, isn't it? It's not their fault, it's my fault. I knew what they were going to do, and I went with them anyway. So that's on me. But yeah, I'll never say never. As I said, if they were to say, look, our service has not been good enough, we're doing what we can do to put this right. Sorry, please bear with us. Please give us another shot. I would, but they're not going to. Hey, it's my favourite Canadian. My second favourite Canadian. Sorry, Sheldon. How are you, sir? We are building the Breaking Bad camper, Chris, and I'm enjoying it. I'm tired, and I'm not feeling great because I've had a flu jab that's kicking my ass. But I am battling through, man. I'm trying to hang in there at the moment, but I am flagging. I don't mind telling you. But I'm determined to get this one bloody finished. I was worried then I'd make a Canadian angry, but I think that's actually impossible. From every Canadian I've ever met, I don't think it's possible to make a Canadian angry. That's not a criticism, fellas. I think it's a beautiful thing. There. Now we have these doors. These are very weird ass doors, but I get how this is going to work. I think. There we go. You know this, Chris. Yeah, of course I am. Definitely. You tell me when you want me there, sir, and I will be there on your live. And we'll let everyone here know as well. So Chris is one of the only other channels that I live with. So I go live with Penny occasionally, but Chris is one that I've known for years. So Chris and me used to play a video game together. We'll still do. And I've known him for years and years and years. I believe I was his first subscriber. He was certainly one of mine. And we go back a long time. But we used to do history chats, me and Chris. We've not done one in a while because, various reasons. But we chat about all kinds of things. We've done the history of video games, we did the history of World War II. We've done this. We've done Halloween before. We've done all kinds of weird stories and had some fun. But I'm definitely up for that, Chris. If you want to do it again, I'm 100% in. It's been too long, man. And Halloween sounds like a good one. So this is clipping onto the back here. I've got a piece rattling around inside here and it showed me bloody mad, so I want to get that. Got it. It goes there. Yeah, so we can do a live, Chris. I'd like to do that again, mate. Definitely over Halloween, definitely. So yeah, we can do that, and I'll let the people here know, and we can do a joint stream, man. It'll be fun. Let's get these on. There we go. That's the back on. This is looking nice, man. This is looking really nice. Surprisingly nice. There's that one there. And then we have some weird hose, which would be, I would imagine, ventilation for what they're up to in here. But I wouldn't know, officer. There's our hose in. It's looking good. This is looking so cool. Right. This one up here. That one there. And these threes are going to go there and there. This is looking nice, man. Really nice. Right. So we've got a bunch of these to go on here. So this is going to go across those strips there. And that one across there. And on with the yellow. So A1 is going to go there. Whoop. Oh, that's going to chew back on. That one there. That one there. One there. One there. Nah, I've done that wrong. I want that one definitely. So not got that. That one's going over the doors. So that's going there. So that's got to come off. nice. Okay. Meaning. Yeah. And yeah. Right now, I got this left over. There's no way it should be left over. So where have I missed them from? Let's have a look. So the tap. Where's the tap? Let's go on there to make that sink. I've got a whole window left over, and I'm thinking, where have I missed a window from? Because I can't see they give you a spare window, but there's nowhere I missed a window from. Yeah, I've got a spare window, which means some poor sod out there's probably ripping his hair out, missing an entire window. But I've got a spare window. There's nowhere for it to go. All of mine are windowed up, but I've got an entire spare window, which is mad. What are you going to build in your next live stream, Scott? Christine. So I did turn it over to the public to decide what our Halloween live build was going to be, and they picked Christine. So Christine is going to be right. So that's stage 2 complete. So this is how we're now looking. It's looking nice. You can see we've got what's essentially a crystal lab in here. We're not using the other word because we want to get a citation. But that's what this is. This is the Breaking Bad RV, and it's looking really nice. All we've got left to do is build the front and the roof, and that is coming in stage 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a bit of a chat, and I can have a bit of a rest because the flu jab is kicking my ass. We'll switch the cams over and we'll have a chat. That's exactly what it is, Chris. It's a laboratory. That's what we'll call it. A lab. Because we're not wrong. That is what it is. It's not the most honest of laboratories, but it's looking all right, right? So this is where we are. I love this kind of strip. It looks very kind of, like I said, I keep saying, very 80s. I remember that, and it looks the part, man. It looks like the RV from Breaking Bad, and you know what? The quality is not bad. And as I said, this one was cheap. This was not expensive. I think I paid around. It's about £13, about $20. It really wasn't expensive. It's so far, I think for what we paid for it, I'm all right with it, man. I think it's all right. I think it's okay. But in the next stage, we are building roof and front. So we've got to build the front, we've got to build the grill in the front of it and the roof, put the wheels on it, and then we're done. So it's not loads still to think. This is stage 3 here. But I think we're about to get this done tonight, which is nice because I like having it all cleaned up on a live stream. Sheldon, yes, I will put a link to where you can get the Christine from. And we are going to be building Christine. I can't commit to a date on that yet, but as close to Halloween as possible. I know it won't be on the 2nd of November, so it might be before Halloween. 2nd November, I am a busy man. And next Saturday as well is, Jesus Christ, it is non-stop. So I want to say it'll be around about the 26th, 27th, something like that. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah, Chris. Again, mate. I'm always up for a live stream, man. I know it's weird because we've got very different hours on the clock. So like here, it's 9:15 at night, whereas I'm sure in Canada right now it's probably 3 in the afternoon, something like that, 2 in the afternoon. So yeah. smoke break for Sean, not so good. Right on a smoke break is just the way it is. It always surprises people on live streams because I don't vape on normal videos. I only do it on lives because at first I wasn't going to. I thought, I can't vape on a live stream. And I thought, you know what, I can't not vape on a live stream. So that's the way it is. But I think this one's all right so far. I think this is quite nice. It's a lot better than bloody Tortuga. Tortuga live stream was a nightmare. So it's, you live and learn. So it's yeah, it's what it is. Yeah, that's where it needs to be, Chris. I know that's because unfortunately I've got to get my beauty sleep, mate, because I turn into a pumpkin after midnight. So there's, oh Christ, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 bags in the final stage, which is the most bags we've had so far. But it's a lot of panels. There's a lot of big pieces. This shouldn't be so bad. But I'm having a break. We're taking a break. We're having a 5-minute break, and then we'll crack on, and hopefully we'll be finished by, I don't know, 10ish. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it, man. I know it's late at night, right, where I'll wake up on the couch and Chris is on the screen talking. I know that it's stupid o'clock in the morning. I don't have to check the clock. I'll be like, oh man, it's got to be like 3 a.m. It's the only times I catch them. Like, oh, it's got to be so early. It's got to be. It's got to be. I've got a week off coming up and I can't wait, right? So I always have the last week off in October. So me and the kids do a bunch of Halloween stuff. We fully decorate the house for Halloween. And we go on day trips and things like that. So we like to we'll go visit something spooky, and we'll go. I think last year we went to see. I want to say we went to see Afterlife. I'm pretty not Afterlife, Frozen Empire. I'm pretty sure it's the Ghostbusters movie last year. We went to a haunted stately home. That was fun. That was good. Their Halloween event there. And what made me laugh was Jack was giving it the full large, right? Jack was giving it the I'm scared of nothing, right? And he was giving it the full. And you can't access this place by road, right? You have to go down. I can't remember the name of it. It's a really weird building. So it's a stately home. It's almost a castle, but it is. My Tortuga nearly ended up in the bin as well. Tortuga was not fun, was it? Let's be honest. So yeah, it's a stately home that was never finished. So it was a spectacular building, but it was never. No one ever lived in it. The family, I don't know I can't remember what happened to them, but they ended up in ruin, and it never got finished. But it's probably 80% finished. But there are whole floors missing. So there are doors that just opened at nothing. Unfinished rooms, and it's a really weird building. It's got a very eerie kind of vibe to it, but it's got a cellar, and they set the cellar up for Halloween, so a lot of actors and whatnot down there, but it's a really creepy place. So Jack's given it the full, he's handsome Jack Hartwell, the tough wrestler, who's scared of nothing. Scared of nothing. I ain't scared of anything. And when I tell you can't get there by car, there's like this little thing, almost like a tractor comes and gets you to take you down there because how muddy and sort of steep this is. He starts freaking out a little bit. I then do something I didn't fully think through. And I told them, I said, there's a ghost of a little girl down in the cellar. I don't know if this is true or not. I just made it up. So there's a ghost of a little girl down in the cellar. I said, no one's ever seen her. I said, but she'd just stroke the back of your neck with her finger. And you know that she was down there. So the plan was, once we got down in the cellar, I was going to wait and just stroke my finger down the back of Jack's neck and freak him out, right? Whilst we're there, something touches Oscar. And it wasn't me. I think it was like they had like fake cobwebs, but I think one touched Oscar. Oscar freaks out because he's like, oh my God, that thing just touched me with its finger. And after we're in the gift shop, Jack's innocence, he very loudly proclaims, I swear this is true, full blast, top of his lungs, because, he's just had a supernatural experience. My brother just got fingered in the basement. Yeah, and I'm then having to explain exactly He just said, I was like, yeah, no, that's not how it sounds. That's not how it sounds. My brother got fingered in the basement. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not what happened. No, yeah, funny times, man. Bless him. But yeah, it was a really weird thing. So I've got the week in October off, and I can't wait, man. It's gonna be good. But we've just bought. I never tell my wife because I was saying to my wife, "Should we get this?" The answer will be no, right? Or I'm thinking about getting this. Should we get that for us? We'll just get it. So we have some fairly enormous Halloween decorations. So I've just bought a massive Halloween decoration. It's huge. And I just thought, having that. And I said to the kids, "Hey kids, look what I've got." And they were like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yeah." So it's I love it. I love Halloween, man. I'm in the UK particularly. I'm one of that first generation of trick or treaters that would walk the streets for hours and come home with nothing. So I think you got to pay it forwards, man. If you are of that generation that would troll the streets for hours and hours and hours and get nothing, you are duty bound to buy a bag of sweets and give some out. Once it's gone, it's gone. But don't be a dick, man. I mean, it's Halloween. Lighten up. You know, it's just some fun. It's kids doing something that I think is fairly bloody wholesome. At least they're at the house, you know. So yeah, lighten up, man. Right, I'm going to start opening these bags up because I do have to get this one done. Because as I said, come midnight, I do turn into a pumpkin. And that's not good. Because believe it or not, for me to keep these boyish good looks, I do have to get some beauty sleep. Right, so that's that one. And it was a long day yesterday. We were like at the wrestling for like 10 hours. So it's a long one, man. But it's beautiful because it's time I get to spend with my kid, and it's been happy. But thankfully, as I said, thank you all for your. I say all of you. One or two of you weren't patient, but thank you to 99.9% of you for your patience whilst we have our internet problems. It's a pain in the ass because I just want to get my stuff done and uploaded, but it's what it is. But we're all sorted now, thankfully. So again, normal services resuming. So all the stuff will be back, and we just got to do a bit of a data blast to catch up on everything. But that won't be a problem. But like I said, everyone, most people are cool. I had two people that really weren't cool that were like furious that I wasn't uploaded. And I'm like, look, I like the fact that you want to see the stuff, man. I dig that. But at the same time, I do have a life. Sometimes terrible things happen. I can't get around them. And it's, you know, as much as I like bringing you a part work video or something like that, if one of my kids is having a rugby presentation or a parents' evening, this isn't even an afterthought. You know, it's I've got to be where I've got to be, and that's the way it is, man. So that's just the way it is. But yeah, it is what it is. Right, so I'm going to flip the cameras around, and we're going to get back to stage 3 of the build to finish this one off, where we are building the front, the windscreen, and we are putting the wheels on. So let me switch the cameras over, and we'll have a chat. All right, so you can see we've got this whole part again, but we are just building roof panel on the front, so this shouldn't be overly complicated, I don't think. We're going to start with this one here. And it has some fairly unique pieces. These are these kind of double. So you've got studs on either side. And we are going to layer 3 of these through the middle of this. So one there. Don't know. Gone piece blind now. Unless there's only 3 of them. That's going to make it like... I was going to say for trying to find a needle in a haystack, but it won't. It's like trying to find a needle in a pile of needles. All right. So... that's far enough over it. All right, 1, 2. I've just had massive news come through whilst I was talking to you. Can't tell you what it is. I've just had that absolutely enormous news come through on a text message, which is remarkable. But I'll tell you very soon. Wow, that's actually choked me up a little bit. A fantastic opportunity just come through for one of the kids, and I just got a text message about it. Where's the bloody thing? I can't find this brick. And I think it's because I'm in shock and awe at the moment about what I've just had text about. I really wish I could tell you, but I can't. But I will tell you very, very soon. But that was just amazing news. It's just come through. And I can't wait to go and tell the kid, because he's going to be over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. Okay, so that one goes on there. Yeah, an absolutely humongous opportunity has just come through for Jack. Whoop. Okay, that one's going to go on there. And that one's going to go on there. Right. Give me a second, because, yeah, a development's happened. Give me 2 seconds. I'm really sorry to do this, but I'm going to have to bring the live stream to an end, because, as I said, as I was talking to you, something's just come through that I'm going to have to deal with now. I'm really sorry. I am really, really, really sorry. But as we were just saying, family comes first. Family genuinely does come first. We are literally just started stage 3. What I will do is I will jump back on either later on tonight, probably tomorrow, or jump 100% tomorrow night. We'll jump back on. We will finish this build. But this is where we are. This is where we're up to. But I will jump back on tomorrow night. I will finish the build tomorrow night. I'm so sorry. But I've got to deal with this. I just do. That was very unexpected, but let me take care of this. Thank you, everyone that's tuned in so far. We will finish this build. We'll finish this build tomorrow night. I swear to you. We will check back in and we will finish the end, and I'll tell you all about what's just happened and why I've had to cut this short. But thank you for stopping by. You can contact us at buildingboys@outlook.com, and in Warburg you can be anything at all. Just be nice. Take care, and I'll see you very soon.